Good morning. It's May 23rd, and this is your Daily Brief in Science. Here's everything you need to know. As the globe grapples with the ongoing challenges of COVID-19, a recent study and expert opinions offer new insights into the battle against the virus, highlighting the emergence of variants and the critical importance of vaccination. The COVID-19 pandemic's grip on research activities extends to Cyprus, where its effects are palpably felt by the scientific community. This scenario is a backdrop to the evolving concerns around vaccination, as revealed by the U.S. Census Bureau's Household Pulse Survey, which points to a shift in public sentiment regarding the vaccine's role in combating the virus. Dr. T.S. Selvavinayagam from Tamil Nadu has stepped forward to address the public's growing fears about the Singapore variant KP2. He emphasizes the variant's milder nature compared to its predecessors and urges the public to stay calm and continue following established safety measures. Meanwhile, Ireland faces the emergence of new flirt variants, KP1.1 and KP2, sparking concerns due to their potential for increased transmissibility and the ability to evade existing immunity. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has issued warnings about these variants, which present symptoms including fever, cough, and loss of taste or smell. The pandemic has wrought unprecedented global devastation, claiming 25 million lives and inflicting $15 trillion in economic damage. This stark reality underscores the urgent need for enhanced pandemic preparedness. In contrast, China's stringent control over the vaccine supply chain has been credited with keeping excess deaths lower, showcasing the critical role of effective vaccine distribution in pandemic management. The situation calls for increased collaboration and innovation among democratic societies to fortify defenses against future health threats, emphasizing the collective responsibility to adapt and respond effectively to the evolving landscape of global health challenges. In a groundbreaking study, scientists are ringing alarm bells over Antarctica's Thwaites Glacier, revealing a dire prediction for global sea levels. Dubbed the doomsday glacier, its rapid melting could have catastrophic consequences for coastal communities across the globe. Researchers from the University of California, Irvine, have uncovered that warm, high-pressure ocean water is the culprit behind the accelerated melting of Thwaites Glacier. Their study, published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, utilized satellite data from March to June of the previous year. This data showed that seawater entering at high tide flows beneath the glacier, creating pressure that lifts the ice sheet, exacerbating its melt. The driving force behind this phenomenon is the warm ocean currents, a result of rising global temperatures. These currents are pushing saltier water towards Antarctica, speeding up the melting process. The implications of this are stark. If Thwaites Glacier were to collapse, it could potentially raise global sea levels by over 2 feet, with estimates pointing to a rise of 23.6 inches. The study not only sheds light on the immediate threats posed by the melting glacier, but also raises concerns over the potential underestimation of the glacier's collapse speed and its impact on communities worldwide. The researchers aim to refine models for predicting sea level rise, emphasizing the critical need for adaptation to changing ocean levels and a reduction in carbon emissions to mitigate these effects. This research underscores the pressing need for immediate action to combat the accelerated melting of the Thwaites Glacier. It highlights the urgency of preparing for the repercussions of glacier melt on global sea levels, urging a collective effort to address climate change and safeguard our planet's future. Mangroves, the coastal guardians against climate change, are facing an unprecedented threat. A recent global assessment by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, has revealed that over 50% of the world's mangrove ecosystems are at risk of collapse, shedding light on a critical environmental issue that demands immediate attention. The major threats to these vital ecosystems include deforestation, development, pollution, and climate change, with dam construction also playing a significant role. These factors not only threaten the survival of mangroves, but also the myriad of benefits they offer, from carbon sequestration to coastal protection. The potential collapse of mangroves by 2050 could release a staggering 1.8 billion tons of stored carbon into the atmosphere, which is currently valued at least $13 billion in carbon markets. This highlights the economic as well as environmental implications of losing these critical habitats. Moreover, climate change and rising sea levels are projected to submerge 25% of global mangrove areas in the next 50 years. This poses a significant risk to regions like the Northwest Atlantic and South China Sea, areas that are already vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. Mangroves play a crucial role in mitigating these effects and providing essential services such as coastal disaster risk reduction, making their preservation even more critical. The IUCN's assessment underscores the urgent need for coordinated conservation efforts to protect mangrove habitats and maintain their ecosystem integrity. As the world grapples with the escalating impacts of climate change, safeguarding these valuable ecosystems becomes not only a matter of environmental preservation, but also of global urgency. In a revealing study that could change how we predict and prepare for solar storms, researchers from MIT and the University of Edinburgh have uncovered new mechanisms behind the sun's magnetic field. Published in the prestigious journal Nature, this research challenges long-held beliefs about the origins of the sun's magnetic field, suggesting a shift in our understanding of solar phenomena. For years, scientists believed the sun's magnetic field was generated deep within its core. However, this latest study points to the outermost layers of the solar surface, specifically instabilities in the plasma, as the birthplace of magnetic activity. This insight is not just academic. It has practical implications for predicting solar storms that can disrupt Earth's power grids and communications networks. By leveraging data from helioseismology and observing surface vibrations, the research team found a significant correlation between plasma flow changes in the top 5% to 10% of the sun's surface and the magnetic fields observed. This finding underscores the importance of surface phenomena in generating the sun's magnetic field. The study also sheds light on complex processes like magnetorotational instability, MR1, and the role of the near-surface shear layer, NSSL, in the sun's magnetic dynamics. These processes are crucial for understanding how the sun's magnetic field reconfigures itself, a cycle that influences solar activity and, consequently, space weather. As we currently experience a period of increased solar activity, known as the solar maximum, grasping the intricacies of the sun's magnetic field becomes even more critical. This research not only advances our scientific knowledge, but could also lead to more accurate forecasts of solar storms, enhancing our ability to safeguard critical infrastructure from the potentially devastating effects of space weather. In a groundbreaking stride towards the future of communication, researchers across the globe are pushing the boundaries of quantum entanglement, paving the way for a quantum internet. This story takes us from the labs of Boston to the mountains of Switzerland, and further afield to China, Europe, and the US, where scientists are making remarkable progress in quantum networking. In Boston, researchers have achieved a milestone by demonstrating entanglement between quantum network nodes over a 35-kilometer fiber link. This success not only proves the feasibility of long-distance quantum entanglement under real-world conditions, but also sets a new benchmark for quantum communication. Meanwhile, in Switzerland, TerraQuantum AG has implemented the quantum-protected control-based key distribution (QCKD) protocol, achieving secure quantum communication over an impressive 1,707-kilometer fiber line. But the innovation doesn't stop there. Teams in China, Europe, and the US are developing new protocols to generate verifiable quantum entanglement between nodes in a network. These efforts aim to enable the seamless exchange of quantum information between distant quantum memories, a critical step towards a fully functional quantum network. Quantum repeaters, vital for this process, facilitate the entanglement between quantum bits at intermediate points. China has made significant headway by successfully entangling rubidium-87 atoms using the DLCZ protocol. Europe's contribution comes through the use of solid-state quantum memories made from vacancy centers in Diamond, while the Harvard team in the US has developed a distributed quantum computer. These advancements are not just technical feats, they represent significant progress towards establishing a practical quantum communication network, potentially leading to a quantum version of the Internet. As we witness these developments unfold, the promise of a quantum future becomes increasingly tangible. The implications of these advancements are vast, from secure communications to the potential for a quantum internet, marking a new era in how we transmit information across the globe. This has been your daily brief in science. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates via email at www.brief.news. For more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.